All right, beloveds. I'm going to quickly go through our goddesses. Dhumavati. Dhumavati is the widow. She's a goddess standing in front of Shiva as everything he fears. She's dying, she's death, she's illness. She is, she also mirrors aspects of the feminine that there's little space for, even in our spiritual kind of women's empowerment field. We are again pushing away aspects of goddess of ourselves, and we are, reinforcing this split, even in names of goddess path. Yeah, when we idolize kind of the, a certain expression of goddess that should be so empowered and so juicy. And Dhumavati, she comes right in front of us, and she's sagging, and she is bitter, and she's dried up, full of regret. She's stagnated energy, loneliness. Remember, this is an image of an energy that is all over the world, all over the cosmos. An energy that we, not consciously, but like culturally has just exiled to the outer world, like outside of our, what we call acceptable. But like we have learned, it doesn't go away. And there are pieces of ourselves, there are pieces of the world that just hangs out alone in the cold. Just think about it in the autumn, when everything is falling off the trees, the garden is dying, all the beautiful flowers are wilting and rotting, and the worms are coming, and the winds and the rain, and everything is just soggy, wet leaves. And then it comes in the compost, and it starts to stink, and it's a rotting, and it is just, and then it starts to dry, and it seems like nothing is happening. In the winter time, everything is just frozen and stagnant, and one can think that this is just nothing. But you see, when the springtime and summer surrenders to this dance, it's brutal, it's horrible, it's not pleasant. It's nothing we have to romanticize. All of life surrenders to it. All of nature knows that all of this is necessary for the spring to come. Because when the spring comes, they equally surrender to this unabashed beauty and exuberance and creativity. And here I am, world. I am a gift to the world. Yeah, there's no kind of, am I worthy? Or, oh. No, the surrender goes together, you see. Because there's also like an exuberance of the spring and the beauty of the flowers and the scent. They can surrender, nature can surrender even deeper into that because of the humbling that has happened of accepting the fall and the winter. And because it is each surrender brings all of us closer to Goddess, because this is how she moves. And Dhumavati is part of her. Bagalamukhi. Bagala is the capacity within us to stop energy. And it's very handy when these negative self-talk comes in and wants to run the show. And practicing with Bagalamukhi, instead of letting these thought patterns just, gloom our day, that's the moment where we bring the energy of Bagala, which is to stop energy and redirect it. Just like when a river is very powerful, Bagalamukhi Shakti is like a boulder in the river or a dam. It stops it and energy becomes more concentrated. Here, we can also consciously choose the patterns that the energy can move in instead. And we will practice this together. This is our next goddess, Matangi. Energy moves up from the tip of your tongue and out into the spoken word. She is that channel from source where the word is a vibration. She is the power of Vak, which is the source goddess of sound, of the word. But word, the alphabet and the languages that we speak is just the surface reality of this energy. It takes forms as symbols, as patterns, as songs and poetry and musical tones, and the song of the whales and the hummingbirds. Just as energy gets distorted in our bodies, this vibration of sound also does. On its way to the tip of your tongue, it moves through different channels, through different belief systems, different limitations, different reactivities that oftentimes then distort what comes out of the mouth. The goddess Matangi is also called the goddess of the leftovers, and a beautiful interpretation of that name is that part of her is left over in the source well, so that as you speak the word here on the audible physical surface, you can find the roots in the well by following the energy in. Also means that when you are offering words into the world, you leave parts of yourself in the world. And all of us can practice more awareness of what it is we are, what leftovers are we leaving behind when we speak, when we write, when we communicate out in the world. How can our communication be carrying the medicine of source? In Bhuvaneshwari, she's oftentimes called the mother of the gods. Yeah, she's that space, she's compassion, she's cosmic void, but with the warmth of the mother. So she is that, also that breast milk, feeding the divine and feeding the world. And she's an aspect of your own consciousness. Chinnamasta is a fierce goddess with a red, luminous, light body. She's pictured with her head chopped off, and it is said that she has chopped it off herself. Again, here symbolizing in our sadhana, when we liberate ourselves from the confined identity in our cranial brain and more of our resources awakens. Out of her throat gushes forth a stream of blood, life-giving blood, and it shoots out of her throat and into a head that she holds in her hand. The blood gushes out of her throat and feeds into her own mouth. There are also two other streams of blood gushing forth, and they feed into the mouth of two yoginis, two companions that are with her. Chinnamasta, she is an embodiment of our inner reality, our inner connection to the source that feeds all things. She teaches us that when we give an empty tank, we create more suffering, even though it looks benevolent and people applaud us for being generous. She challenges us to take leadership of our instrument and to be a vehicle for source energy to flow through us. And it has to flow through ourselves first. When Shiva tried to escape Kali, Dhumavati, the different goddesses, and he finally surrendered, he also saw that it's not true, one of them, that he's going to find the freedom. He could relate to any of these goddesses and come to the same union. So the way that we are going to practice with these goddesses, we're going to go, deeper into each one of them. But I also invite you to look at your life and see where is the door most open for you?